Good morning there. Do you mind me asking how I pronounce your name?
It's Phineas.
Phineas. Phineas, nice to meet you. How can I help?
Good, good. Just thanks for calling. I guess looking at my time, it was scheduled at 11:50. So give me a minute. I was actually thinking we'll get started at 11:50, but all good. Thanks for calling. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Apologies. I just noticed I did call you 5 minutes. Would you be back? You make now work.
No, that's great. So yeah, I'm not sure if you got the summary of kind of where I am and what I'm up to, but ideally, I work with senior leaders in general, and I started kind of independently consulting more recently, and just looking to more assist people really with making hiring decisions and management, and also looking at how they can grow and pick kind of the top A players when they're picking their teams, right? Using kind of a data-driven model rather than it being, yeah, basically emotional or just like you feel like you connect with an individual, but using and understanding what those people's traits are. Yeah,
I see.
that gives you a bit of color.
So how are you hoping I can help?
So I was just hoping you could uh, help me think through some of the strategies of connecting with people that could potentially be my customers, right? Ideally, um, some and actually figuring out ways to build that funnel for myself.
And what are you doing at the moment?
At the moment, I have been tapping into my personal network as well as kind of my professional network from people I've worked with before, and starting to identify what their pain points are, and then kind of build it from there.
So tell me more about your target demographic. Who are you trying to reach and where do they spend most of their time?
So the people I'm trying to reach are mainly CEOs and I would say any business really, but even it could be sales organizations, but CEOs or C-level individuals who are decision makers, number one, because obviously we need people who would be able to actually make the decision to take on the training and go through the program. And then in that senior leadership team, whether it's C-level or the CEO specifically, we would be looking at kind of breaking those down and bringing in as many other managers that fall under that group to go through that training model. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Well, tell me more about this persona. So you want to go after CEOs, but what I want to know is where are they based? What's their age profile? Where do they spend their time online? This is all about knowing your customer. So tell me about your customer.
So my customer is, well, online it's a bit of a challenge because I think some CEOs don't necessarily convert from online. There's an element of you have to have either a connection or an introduction or some way to find that hook, right? So the persona of this person would be, let's say, running a company that's at least probably minimum maybe 10, I would say 10 million and above, and have an organization, at least maybe 15 plus employees. And it doesn't matter location where they are really, but I would say, well, for now, I'm based in the UK at the moment, but I also have a strong network in the US.
Phineas, you want me to tell you what I believe your primary issue is?
Mm-hmm.
Just 4 minutes in. I don't believe that you actually truly know who your customer is. I don't believe you know your ideal customer profile. And the reason I say that is when I ask these questions, it's not just looking for the answer. I'm looking for how audible ready are you? And what I mean is how fluid is your answer? Because the fluidity to your answer tells me how well you generally know the question that I'm asking. And I don't feel that you've necessarily taken enough time. you're trying to reach a demographic that you don't really know much about. You've got to take some time to do some research to say, well, the people that have the highest propensity to buy what I'm selling are CEOs from this demographic in this particular grouping. This is where they spend their time, and this is how they spend their time. When you understand and know your customer to that level, actually reaching them and doing your lead generation becomes far simpler, because you don't have to do all of this guesswork. You know where they are and you know where they spend your time, and then you shape your messaging around the knowledge that you have around them. But you can't try and specifically reach them when you've not taken the time to know and understand them. And you can do that either by surveying them, coffee conversations, interviews, things of that nature. Pull together the key trends. What are the commonalities in what you hear and what you see? And once you piece that together, that forms the basis of your lead generation strategy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that you've got to reverse engineer what you're doing right now. Don't obsess over I'm not generating enough leads or traffic. Obsess around I need to go away and understand my customer and my prospects more intimately than anyone else. Right, I want to know everything about them. That then becomes the foundation of any campaign you have moving forward.
Fair enough. Definitely, that makes sense.
Brilliant. Anything else, Phineas?
I guess on the other end was looking at building kind of my mentorship network, because I also was looking and identifying. Of course, I've been kind of following your journey in general through the last couple of years. And I love your style, I love everything you do. But my challenge is also being able to find kind of a mentor in a space that I can actually, relate to and talk to.
First of all, thank you for the support. I really appreciate that. Phineas, who do you know that has walked the same type of journey that you specifically want to walk for the nature of your business?
That's a good question, actually, because I need to figure that out. Who do I know that has walked my journey, or the journey that I want to potentially kind of chart for myself in the future? I have to figure that out.
That's step one again here, right? I mean, that you're not going to be the first person that has built what you're trying to build, or at least that has the ingredients of what you're trying to build. So you've got to shortlist some people. And the best thing I could advise you to do is to not try and get free mentorship from them. Pay them. If they've gone and built what you want to build, pay them monthly for consulting. Ask for their blueprint. Ask them to give you the exact breakdown of what they did, and then replicate it. The fastest way for you to speed run where you're trying to go is paid mentorship and coaching that gives you a step-by-step breakdown of how you get from A to Z. So find those people, spend some money with them, get close to them, and follow their blueprint.
Got it. Okay, so that you subscribe to the model of actually going in and paying, because of course sometimes the hard part is getting that right person, and then discovering after you've paid it's not really the right person.
You want them to be all in as you would for your own business, and you'll never get that when you try and dip your toe in or get them to work for you for free. You've got to, it's all about ROI. If I asked you for £10,000, but I give you £100,000 back worth of value, then £10,000 not a lot, is it? If I asked you for £1 million and gave you 10 million back in value, that million's not a lot of money. So you've got to find someone where you're going to put X in and you're going to get Y back, and Y back is 5, 10, 20 times in value what you've had to put in. That's your job. Phineas, I hope this has been helpful. It's been great to speak to you, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday.
I appreciate it. Thanks for your time, Alex.
Great pleasure. You take care now. Bye-bye.